African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 24th of July, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. The North Group of Forces hit manpower and hardware of Armed Forces of Ukraine's 71st Jaeger, 92nd Assault, 113 RD, 127th Territorial Defense, and 13th National Guard Brigades near Tykoy, Maly Prohody, Krugloy, and Borshevaya, Kharkov region. One counterattack launched by the Armed Forces of Ukraine 92nd Air Assault Brigade's Assault Detachment was repelled. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 140 Ukrainian troops, 3 motor vehicles, 1 Croatian-made 128mm RAK-SA-12 MLRS, and 1 152mm D-20 howitzer. In addition, 1 Armed Forces of Ukraine ammunition depot has been destroyed. The West Group of Forces defeated units of Armed Forces of Ukraine 124th Mechanized and 112th Territorial Defense Brigades near Petropavlovka and Peskanoy, Kharkov region. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 550 Ukrainian troops, 2 tanks, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 6 motor vehicles. In the course of the counter-battery warfare, the Russian troops eliminated 1 U.S.-made 155mm M198 howitzer, 1 152mm Stubby howitzer, 2 152mm D-20 guns, 1 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system, 2 122mm D-30 howitzers, 1 UK-made 105mm L-119 howitzer, Hortitsa M and Anklaven electronic warfare stations, 1 US and TPQ-36 counter-battery warfare station, and 1 ammunition depot. The Southern Group of Forces continue to take more advantageous lines and positions. Strikes were delivered at manpower and hardware of Armed Forces of Ukraine 24th, 54th Mechanized, 114th, and 122nd Territorial Defense Brigades close to Chasov Yar, Verkhnekamenskoye, and Krasnoye, Donetsk People's Republic. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 700 Ukrainian troops, 1 armored personnel carrier, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 5 motor vehicles, 2 UK-made 155mm FH-70 howitzers, 1 US-made 155mm M198 howitzer, 1 US-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 1 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system, and 1 UK-made 105mm L-119 howitzer. 2 Anklaven electronic warfare stations and 2 ammunition depots were eliminated. The Center Group of Forces improved the tactical situation and inflicted losses on units of Armed Forces of Ukraine 51st Mechanized, 68th Jaeger, 95th Air Assault Brigades and the Light Assault Brigade near Progress, Novosielovka Pervaya, Druzhba, and Artyomovo, Donetsk People's Republic. 1 counterattack launched by the Armed Forces of Ukraine's 72nd Mechanized Brigade's Assault Detachment was repelled. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 395 Ukrainian troops, 4 motor vehicles, 1 152mm Stubby howitzer, 3 122mm D-30 howitzers, and 3 ammunition depots. The Vostok Group of Forces delivered strikes at manpower and hardware of Armed Forces of Ukraine's 72nd Mechanized and 129th Territorial Defense Brigades. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 120 Ukrainian troops, 5 motor vehicles, 2 US-made 155mm M777 howitzers, 2 US-made 155mm M198 howitzers, and 1 ammunition depot. The Dnieper Group of Forces hit units of Armed Forces of Ukraine 121st and 124th Territorial Defense Brigades close to Satovoy, Antonovka, and Zolotea Bacha, Kherson region. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 100 Ukrainian troops, 3 motor vehicles, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 1 152mm D-20 howitzer, and 1 ammunition depot. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian groups of forces have eliminated 1 UAV command post and 1 depot of unmanned aerial vehicles of the Armed Forces of Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade, 1 low-altitude surveillance radar, 1 radar station for illumination of target and guidance, 1 S-300 combat control vehicle, and 2 anti-aircraft missile launchers. Clusters of Armed Forces of Ukraine manpower and hardware were engaged in 146 areas. Russian air defense units shot down 2 Tochka-U tactical missiles, 2 French-made Hammer-guided bombs, 1 U.S.-made HIMARS MLRS projectile, and 61 U.S.-made unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, 630 airplanes and 278 helicopters, 28,330 unmanned aerial vehicles, 556 air defense missile systems, 16,645 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,383 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 12,319 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 24,012 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.